The thing about deception is when you're under it, you don't know that you're deceived. You live in a world that constantly tries to manipulate and control you. Narcissists often are pulling the strings. A clinical diagnosis of narcissism reveals that they're deeply self-absorbed and motivated by a desire for power. Narcissists tend to position themselves in roles where they can manipulate and take advantage of people, as they lack empathy for others. They have this superiority mindset, convinced that they're above everyone else. They believe the rules don't apply to them. At the same time, their rules apply to you. Their actions are fueled by a relentless desire to dominate and control. Let me tell you the story of the first narcissist to exist, Lucifer. Before the creation of mankind, Lucifer was celebrated as God's most splendid and beautiful creation. As a cherubim, he held a high rank amongst the angels. In Ezekiel 28, God himself described Lucifer as the pinnacle of perfection, overflowing with wisdom and unmatched in beauty. Perfect from the moment he was created, Lucifer remained without flaw until a seed of evil took root within him. His stunning beauty and prestigious rank fostered pride. This ignited a desire to manipulate and control. Narcissists believe they're superior even to those above them. And this is what fueled his rebellion, which ultimately led to his catastrophic fall and exile from heaven, leading to his transformation from Lucifer to Satan. We got to see the peak of his rebellion at the creation of mankind. When God created man, he made man in his image and he gave them authority over earth. This infuriated Satan, the idea of a being made in God's image having more authority than him. Being a narcissist, he could not accept mankind having more authority than him. Driven by an extreme insecurity and a relentless need to establish his dominance, Satan devised a plan to sabotage humanity's relationship with God and to seize their authority on earth. You see, in the spiritual realm, there exists a principle that when someone of authority willingly submits to another, a legal transfer of power occurs. A profound consequence of Adam and Eve's disobedience in the Garden of Eden was their submission to Satan's authority. Deceived by Satan, they begin to doubt God's character and question their own identity, leading them to rebel and disobey God. By succumbing to Satan's lies, they inadvertently transfer their earthly authority to Satan. As a result, Satan claimed legal dominion over the planet and its inhabitants. Even Jesus acknowledged this, recognizing Satan as the little g god of this world. This explains the world you live in. We live in a world manipulated and controlled by a narcissistic spirit. Ezekiel 28 teaches us that Satan has positioned himself as the middleman in global affairs, specifically in the area of commerce. He manipulates the flow of money. He influences global trades and uses economic strategies to corrupt various sectors in the world. The judicial system, pharmaceuticals, politics, banking, and much more are all influenced by him. Since his kingdom is the mafia of the world, it makes sense why it's so challenging. The world is constrained with legal rules and bureaucratic obstacles, making it necessary to have a middleman in every sector. While these things are not wrong, they are manipulated to such an extent that they prevent ordinary people from prospering. To get ahead in this life, he makes you play by his rules. The system is strategically designed to suppress the public's ability to own anything and achieve financial independence, as this poses a threat to his kingdom and control. For those who manage to break out of it, he criticizes, attacks, and even isolates, all to decrease their confidence and restrict their resources to succeed. His regime not only controls, but actively suppresses the potential of those who dare to challenge it. And that's where you come in. You see, you're the answer. Satan works so hard to manipulate and control the world because he doesn't have the power to contain it anymore. You remember that principle discussed earlier? When someone of authority submits to another, a legal transfer of power occurs. This is one of the reasons God had to become a man. Born a man, Jesus retained his divine nature, untouched by corruption, yet lived within a human body, and this granted him legal authority as a man on earth. The incarnation was critical. He needed to live a sinless life and never submit to Satan. The whole point of the temptation in the wilderness was Satan trying to manipulate Jesus to submitting to him. He tried the same tactics on Adam and Eve by making him question his identity and trust in God's character. Unlike Adam and Eve, Jesus wouldn't break. His mission was to reclaim his creation from Satan. Determined, he lived a perfect life, submitted to God, and took sin upon himself when he died on the cross. He legally reclaimed both mankind and earth from Satan. His resurrection only confirms his victory, granting him complete authority over heaven and earth. And that authority belongs to you. Those who accept Christ have the power to break free from Satan's manipulation and control. The Holy Spirit lives in you, and he empowers you to take dominion in this world. Jesus even said we'll do greater things than him, and he even commissioned us to set the oppressed free from Satan's kingdom. He wants us to counter Satan's deception with God's truth, and Satan's corruption with God's righteousness. We're called to be active in this world, influencing each sector and taking dominion. Many Christians have a victim mentality, thinking Satan has more power than them. But that's a lie. It should be no surprise a narcissist is using deception to maintain his power. The truth is, you're more powerful than him. And Jesus is waiting for the church to realize the potential in them and to occupy this planet until he returns. But that choice belongs to you. Stop being a victim and start taking dominion. Break free from Satan's manipulation and control. God bless and take care.